Well, hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. Marty Bodie here. It is March 2025. That means spring is right around the corner, and I'm glad. We have had a cold winter here in North Carolina. I only rode 254 miles in the month of January, rode a few more miles in the month of February, but I usually do over 1,000 miles a month. So I'm glad spring is approaching. The temperature wasn't bad this morning. It was in the 40s. This morning, but I think it's going to warm up into the 60s. But today's video is not about the weather or the season. I'm actually at Raging Bull Harley-Davidson, Durham, North Carolina. This is my home dealership where I purchased my 2024 Street Glide. And so I'm here for the monthly hog meeting. Back home in Texas, I lived 20 years in Southeast Texas, in the Beaumont area, and so I was very active with the Harley Owners Group there and the Indian Motorcycle Riders Group. So a little over a year and a half ago, I moved to North Carolina, had an Indian. I got really involved in the Indian Motorcycle Riders Group out of Raleigh, North Carolina, and I still participate with that group. And then 9 months ago, I purchased my Harley, and I've started getting involved in the Harley Owners Group. It's a great thing about having a motorcycle, and you can move over 1,000 miles and you have a family waiting for you. I know the first time I got involved with a group was 25 years ago. I had a Honda Goldwing. Yes, me and one of my buddies, we were in our 30s riding Honda Goldwings, but I got real active back then in the Goldwing Road Riders Association in Tyler, Texas. Great experience, made some great friends. So I really like being part of a group, and I know it may not be for everyone, but if you ride a motorcycle, get in with one of the riding groups and see if you like it. I know I like it. I like riding with the group, the food, the fellowship, and then just knowing you have a family. I know one day I was here on my Indian at Raging Bull and my bike wouldn't start. So one of my buddies took me home so I could come back with my trailer, and he helped me load my bike on my trailer to get it to the Indian dealership for repair. Ended up being a loose connection at the starter, but anyway, I had a biker family, in that case, you know, a brother that, the biker community that helped me. So there are riding groups, there's some more hardcore motorcycle clubs. They have real cherished traditions, I guess I could say. So riding an actual motorcycle club may not be for everyone, and really a riding group may not be either, but I really enjoy being part of a riding group. So we're gonna have our meeting today from looking at the stickers on one of the motorcycles here. Yeah, I see some CMA stickers on that motorcycle. They may be having their monthly meeting today too. I think every other month the CMA meets here in Durham, and then the other month maybe down in Raleigh. So I'm gonna see if there's any CMA folks here. And then, like I say, the Harley Owners Group meeting is today. And then I think we're gonna ride somewhere and eat lunch. You know, can't ride without finding some place to eat, and that's really where we bond, I think, too, is sitting across the table together, having a meal together, sharing experiences, and of course then just the riding together. So stay tuned and we'll see where we end up for lunch today. But first I got to go in and check out the inventory. That's always important. I'm not in the market at the moment, but it's always fun to drool over new motorcycles. So let's go in and look at some of their inventory here at Raging Bull in Durham, North Carolina. Ooh. There's the Street Glide Ultra. Replaced the Ultra Limited. Only real big difference are no rear speakers and no lights on the trunk, but that is a good looking bike. I know I want to get the lowers for mine. I like the look of those new lowers. I need to add the rear crash bars and floorboards. I may eventually add the heated grips as well. I've already added the taller windshield and the seat in the tour pack. They've got lots of inventory here, great sales staff. So if you're in the market for a Harley Davidson, I highly recommend Raging Bull in Durham, North Carolina. Well, we had a good hog meeting. We're fixing to head out for a little ride for lunch, but actually they've got food here today. The food here smells awfully good, but we're loading up now, so I guess I better get on my bike. Well, we made it to our lunch destination. We are at Johnny's Barbecue, and I think Lewisburg, North Carolina. And thanks to our road captain for taking us on some nice curvy roads, but there's so many beautiful roads to ride in North Carolina. But the real star of the show are always the motorcycles. Let's see, we have a street glide, road glide, street glide. What do we have here?
Deluxe.
Here, a deluxe Softail, a Road King, and technically this one is a Road King, even though he's got the Batwing fairing on it, so he's trying to trick us with that one. Harley, I don't think makes the classic Road King right now, just the special.
The special right now.
Yeah.
And there's no
complaint to every salesman I ever talked to.
I do too.
because there's no better looking iconic Harley Davidson than the Road King Classic.
With a 117.
Yeah,
And the new frame.
yeah, and the new shape bags would be okay.
Chrome and the highway lights and the
Yeah.
windshield.
Yeah, when you think Harley Davidson, I mean, you can't help but think Road King Classic. That's a good looking bike. But now we get to go. I'm from Texas though. I want to know, are they going to have brisket in here?
Nope. Barbecue is a noun, not a verb.
Yeah.
But you know, in Texas, if you order a barbecue sandwich, they're going to say chopped or sliced because it's going to be brisket.
You order barbecue here, it's going to be pork.
Yeah, but
Vinegar.
yeah.
There are some places, right? Brisket's making its way in.
Yeah, there are some places that have brisket, and I think barbecue, I think brisket.
I tell you what, Redneck down in McGee's Crossroads has some great brisket.
Yes.
And Prime down
We were there a couple weeks ago.
Knightsville.
Yeah.
It's not cheap, but it's good.
No, we were there a couple weeks ago. It's really good.
Yeah.
So now we get to eat. Well, we decided to ride over to Boneyard Harley Davidson, I think officially in Winterville, over here close to Greenville, North Carolina. So, you know, when you like to ride, you love to visit dealerships. I've never been to the dealership before here at Boneyard Harley Davidson, so it's always an experience to visit a dealership. So I'll ride more miles, considerably more miles today than I did the whole month of January, just because it was cold in January and snow and all that fun stuff. Actually, we got snow in February. I guess January and February, but anyway, we didn't see any snow at all last winter, so I was glad to see some snow this year. So we're going to go in here and check out the dealership, and then here in a little bit I'll be heading back to the house. Well, I left my Harley buddies over at Boneyard Harley Davidson in Winterville, rode over to Greenville to the Indian dealership. It is called Big Rock Power Sport and Marine. There's the Indian sign. This is Saturday at not quite 3:45, and they're closed. They close at 3 o'clock on Saturday. Come on, Indian. I just left a Harley dealership full of people. I can't believe you would close so early on Saturday. That makes no sense to me. I don't know if I can see in the window to see what they've got. Probably not. It's kind of dark in there. Wow, I can't believe they closed so early on a Saturday. But they also sell boats, maybe marine and whatever else they sell here. It's a different creature, I don't know. So I'm disappointed. I really wanted to check out another Indian dealership and buy another poker chip. I think this is the dealership where my friend Tom bought his motorcycle. If it is, he got a really good deal here, so I'm not completely bashing the dealership. But to close at 3 o'clock on Saturday? Anyway, I'm heading to the house. Yeah, I'm gonna have way more miles maybe today than I did the whole, as I already said, during the whole month of January because of the cold weather. And it 40 something degrees this morning, warmed up to 70 something. So I've got a little ways to go to get to the house, probably a couple hours at least, maybe more, I'm not sure. But remember, if you like to ride as much as you can, because one day we're all gonna be too old to ride. Well, I left the house at 8:30 this morning, and it's a little after 6 in the evening. I did 286 miles, visited 3 dealerships, 2 Harley dealerships and 1 Indian dealership, even though the Indian dealership was closed. I had a great time. Started in the 40s, warmed up into the 70s, back down into the 60s right now. The ride home was mostly interstate, and my street glide performed flawlessly. It just purrs along at freeway speed. Of course, I don't know if you can see, it's starting to get dark. It is covered in bugs, and this is first day of March, and I guess the warmer weather, the bugs think it's time to come out. But I had a great time, hung out with my Harley friends, got to spend a day in the saddle, and it just, you know, doing what I like to do. And you know, a typical day ride for you, how long is it usually? Do you stop at dealerships? I'm sure you stop somewhere and eat. Yeah, just leave in the comments on a typical day ride like today about how many miles do you ride.